Hi, Joe.
What's going on?
I am pissed at this university today. I'll explain the parking story later when I'm more awake and less pissed. But we're in this room doing calculus work, and I have a bone to pick. Actually, two. Numero uno. They did not take the clock off the wall to paint. Then they took it off after and moved it down. In fact, it even looks a little smaller, so I'm not sure why. There's greasy fingerprints all over the ceiling.
On the screen.
It's like freaking monkeys live up there. Look, everywhere. That's rusting. Probably has asbestos. There's fingerprints on the screen. There's duct tape. This room's beat to shit, but it gets better. Somebody's been clawing at the door trying to get out, for starters. Then down here, we got just nuts falling off the freaking railing. So 4 out of 10, this room's a piece of shit.
Wasting away again in Margaritaville.
So I went to my second class. We sit down in there, we exchange contact information, more networking. And then he tells us there's no third exam, there's no final, there's no reason to come in next week, so we're done. Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
Friggin' done.
Very awesome.
So now we're back in calculus work. Crap.
Okay, hey, how you doing? It's Thursday. Is this an opening clip? I kind of feel like it is. It must be. Maybe not. No, I filmed in the rooms today in class. So anyways, I got done with class. I went and I did the extra credit, and I smelled these 2 essential oils and answered a bunch of questions about them. Got my extra credit points, or I will when it's reported to the professor on the 7th. Came back into town. They're supposed to be picking up our mower today for service. They were supposed to yesterday. The guy never showed up. Said he would today. As of an hour ago, he hadn't shown up. I haven't talked with my mom since, so we'll find out when I get home. I just did the final, Joe just did the final 3 homeworks for calculus. And it is so good to have that done. It only leaves now the final exam next week. In the other class today, Dynamics of Leadership, announced that there's no more finals, no more exams, no more assignments, we're done. So 1 class done. I have 1 final exam in calculus. I have 1 final exam in fundamentals of business statistics and a paper. And then in English, I have a very quick short assignment, which is just a course evaluation in addition to the paper I've been working on for the last 2 days, which I need to finish tonight. That is tonight's agenda. I need to write the transmittal letter. No transmittal leather. I'm talking to Luke too much. Need to get that letter done, proof the whole thing. It's due at noon, not midnight, it's due at noon. And I'm gonna finish that tonight, absolutely. The mower guy just called, and he's on his way over now, so I think I'll beat him there. Get that out of the way. What else? Stopped into Lyric after I had lunch and did calculus with Joe. The engine is no longer on the plywood form that Adam shipped it on. It's on a engine stand, the kind of one they can turn around and work at all different aspects of it, so that's good progress. They had originally told me they were going to start the week after Thanksgiving or the week after that, and that's kind of where it is right now. Tom wasn't there, the main guy I've been working with, but I talked to a couple other people, and they said business has kind of slowed down, so that's good for me, and I'm already taking up 1 of their 2 engine lifts, so hopefully that means they can start tearing it down and figure out what we're going to do. I pretty much know everything, it's just honing the block and doing the rings are still up in the air. I'm gonna stop back in there next Thursday, see if I can talk to Tom, maybe do a compression test on it. If they're all about the same and they're all about factory, then maybe it doesn't make sense to tear it apart and do it. If they're not, then we're definitely gonna do it. So I'll keep you guys updated.
70s show, good way to end the day. So it's 1 a.m. I don't know how I'm awake. I woke up this morning, I was dead. I laid in bed for longer than I should have. It was a bad start to the day. I only slept a couple hours. But we got a ton done today. The paper, done, turned in. It's good work as far as I'm concerned. We're done with that. In that class, I have 1. They're called short assignments, essays, like S-A, the letters, short assignment. They're done. And it's just a class evaluation. It's due the 8th or something like that. It opens up next week. Easy to take care of that. The parking story, yeah, this was fun. So the whole way into Kent, I took 43 for anybody that lives around here, and I was behind this box truck that went about 28 miles an hour the whole way. It's double yellow on curvy roads, so I can't pass. Wasted a whole bunch of time getting in there. Finally get to Kent. I saw 3 cars off the road on the way there. The roads were not slick at all. I had snow tires and I wasn't pushing it, but I did not get any indication that the roads were slick. It was 39 degrees. It didn't snow. It didn't accumulate. So I don't know what was up with that. This one guy got T-boned and it destroyed his Infiniti. This one guy drove his big ass GMC SUV up an embankment into a utility pole. And this other guy lost his Subaru in the ditch. So I don't know what was going on. Everybody totaled their rigs on the way in today. So I get in there. They have pretty much the whole lot that I park in. It's meters that you just, when you get there, you use your credit card and put it in increments of 20 minutes on it or something, up to 6 hours. They had about 3/4 of that lot totally closed off, all with cones, because about 12 hours later they're having campus tours. So they closed it for the whole day. The other lot that you take a ticket and pay for however long you've been there on the way out, that was totally full. So I sat in line. I got yelled at for sitting in line for that. So I went and sat in the meter lot that was a third or half, a quarter open, waited for somebody to leave. Sat there. My class started at 9:15. At 9:20, I'm still sitting there. This guy comes in behind me in some big black Toyota, I think it was. He waits a few minutes and then he just says, screw it. He puts it in reverse, backs up into the cone, parks right in the middle of the no parking zone, gets out, locks the car, walks away. Parking dick comes over, starts writing him a ticket. Meanwhile, I'm like, damn, I wish I had the balls for that. So I waited another couple minutes. The guy's still writing the ticket. Said screw it. Put it in reverse, backed up into the cone, crunched the cone under the car, threw the 330 XI in the corner about 20 miles an hour, stopped the car, perfect parking, got out, closed the door, got my bag, locked the car, started walking away. The parking guy runs up. He's like, sorry, these spots are closed. You can't park here. And I said, sorry, I got a class, ticket me. Screw that. That's just totally ridiculous that they can close down half the parking for something hours and hours and hours later. So I got a ticket, probably the first one on that car, so I can probably waive it. If not, it's $10 or something stupid. Yeah, and I didn't pay the meter either. I'm getting a ticket, so screw that. I'm not gonna pay the meter too. It would have been $6 for the for the parking today. Anyways, came home. A couple things came in the mail today. One's tech related, it's dumb, I'm not going to show you. The other one's car related, this was cool. So in Florida, I noticed that Steven had replaced his trunk struts recently, and I actually liked the way they felt. So the ones I had were original, and you had to pretty much lift the full weight of the trunk lid up to where it goes. But what I liked about it is when it came time to close the trunk, you could just pull it down and from an inch drop it. I was under the impressions that the new ones wouldn't do that. So let's come to about an inch. Drop it, and it's shut. Perfect. That's how they should be. I didn't realize that that's how they were. So it's real easy to open. You just, okay, a little more than that. You give it a push, the struts push it up the rest of the way. It's not heavy at all, and it still closes and drops. Real easy to install. I did a DIY. It'll publish next Monday on the source. We got new circlips, new struts on each side. Cleaned up the area in here when I had them off. Grade A job, and it's still not too heavy to push down. Give a push and it slams right down, or it gently guides right down into place. Brilliant. Also uploaded the manual swap, the 39 manual swap. That will publish tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And I spent about 2 hours running around the house doing what I call defragmenting. I just had stuff everywhere that I had not organized from even being gone for the trip last week. This book has to go back. I got to mail that tomorrow. UPS back to Amazon. I rented it for the semester to do the 19th. I'm going to send it out tomorrow. I'm done with that class, leadership. So I'm going to crash here in a few minutes. I'm going to go do some emails. I'm going to finish up the day. My desk is clean. And I'm going to bed. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm not too sure what's going on. I still do have another paper due next Thursday, and an exam next Thursday, and an exam next Wednesday, and another exam next Thursday. So all of that needs to get done. But I should be done with the semester by next Thursday, barring any exam scheduling issues. So I'll talk to you guys on Friday. Good night.